Hey guys, this is John Herrera of TLM, the Limitless Method. And today I want to talk about in my video like top mistakes agents make in insurance or insurance industry today. For those who don't know me, I'm John Herrera. I've been in the financial services industry for 4 years. I didn't know anything about it. I did it and I figured out there's a big problem in a lot of things. First, I saw a lot of agents are having such a hard time finding business. Two is, they weren't consistent, and I had to like look into all the things in the actual industry that weren't optimized. So I'm gonna talk about top things that agents, don't do and mistakes in the industry. So number one mistake is they are generalists. What does that mean? They focus on everyone. They want to target this person, that person. And the thing about that is if you're not a specialist, you're not going to get a business. So in insurance training, they teach you about product. They teach you about, all the time value of money, all the, cash flow seminars, RFC. But when I asked which seminar teaches you about, how to get a customer in front of you, and there was none. So I created the Limitless Method, and this is the number one mistake I would say is that you need to have a focused target clientele. You can't be everywhere. If you want everything and everyone, you're not going to get anywhere. You need to know how to pick a niche and focus on that niche, find their problems, and solve their problems. And, since the past 5 weeks, we've been teaching this to our students. They've been getting amazing results. They're getting a shift in mindset, shift in paradigm. And when they started focusing on the niche and they looked at the data, they started realizing, this is my market. So for agents out there, you need to have a niche. You need to have a focus market. You can't do the old style of Project 100 and expect that. I've spoken to dozens and dozens of agents who've done that, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work, and it's not working. Number two mistake is that you do not know how to ask the right questions. I feel like a lot of agents are thrown into the business. They tell you to recruit, but before recruiting, you need to know what are the right questions to ask your niche clientele. And if you don't know the questions to ask them, you got to figure out their problems. With insurance, you need to sell with emotions because a lot of insurance policies lapse and go out of business because when they pitch them and force them to buy it, they had no emotional attachment to it. They had no why behind it. So you as a insurance or financial advisor, you need to ask the right questions. Why the right questions? Because when you ask the right questions, you start to problem solve for them. You start to create a vision for them. You start to create a better picture, and they see you as a solution provider. So don't see yourself as a product seller. See yourself as a consultant that can solve problems. Number three is, I think the number one problem with all insurance probably training is that there's no focus on mindset. They tell you to sell, do all these training, but when things get hard, they still have like a negative virus. And what happens is they don't believe in the product. They don't believe in themselves. They don't, they're not feeling good. So they're not putting out the right energy out there. So without the right energy, without the right intention, without the right feeling, you're not going to attract the last business. And I'll be probably a case of myself to learn it. My first 2 or 3 years, I didn't have a process. But if you maintain the right energy, maintain the right alignment with a mindset, with consistent action, not hard action, consistent action, and you will find that right clientele for you. Whether it may be high net worth or like you want to sell at small cases, and you want to build yourself up. So you got to see yourself as a winner. And I always say, if you want to be an MDRT or COT or TOT, how does that feel like? You need to know it all starts with a feeling. So number one problem is that they don't know, they're always in a lower state, and they're always feeling bad, guilty, and fear and worry. So we take that fear away, and that's what we created. And I think the last mistake is for agents is that they got to realize they live in a digital world now. My first year of business, I used to get 12 to 30 leads in my Facebook page. and I couldn't even do all the business myself. I couldn't do it myself. So I attracted a team. I found a team to share business. And I think since our last checks, we did about 93 million in business for our company. But for me is you need to be an attractor. How do you attract? You need to get on digital. You need to have the best content. With the best content that adds value. Number two, you need to learn more about, how to add value versus sell. And this is where you go into your niche and you figure out how to solve problems, whether it may be mothers, OFWs, doctors, dentists. You cannot be a generalist again. So for you to be a good agent, you got to be a great marketeer. So this is what I teach you in the Limitless Method. What is the Limitless Method? It is a 7-week course for people who want to be super agents. That's it. Super agents do 4 cases, 10 cases a month. It depends on you. And we also have an agency builder, which is a 12-week course. And if you're interested in that, there's a link below where you can book a time with my team. We can talk about your problems and we can figure out how to solve it. So what comes with it? So if it's like Netflix, we have online videos, modules. We also do live Q&A mentoring, and we do live role playing. We have new scripts at work. We have all the new things that are replacing the old traditional method where you knock on doors. So this is like one biggest passion, because the last 3 years I used to go crazy because there are a lot of inefficiencies with training. One, you can't always just go to a training every day because it's very expensive. You got to be smart on training your team. You got to go online, digital, automated. You got to figure out how to leverage people on Facebook. If I can say, can you get 300 leads in a day? I would know how to get 300 leads in a day, but you don't have the energy to knock on doors in a day. So this is all about leverage, 10xing your business, 10xing your sales, and 10xing your mindset. So I'm John Herrera. If you want to know more about the Limitless Method, click the link below, book a strategy session. Have a great day.